Hi everybody, welcome to my craft room. This is Janette, Crafty Dork. It's time for the Paper Possibilities Crazy Crafters Multi-Medium Challenge. I've got the sticks all ready. This will be the last challenge I do in the multimedia area. Susanna Easdale is going to be doing multimedia, and I'll go back and do my mystery challenge each month. We wanted to, or Nat wanted to get Susanna on board, and I was agree. I think she's a great asset to our group. Excuse me, frog in the throat. And because of her background in art, she's an artist. It's only fitting that she does the multimedia, and but she had that little challenge with the op shop bits and pieces that she really wanted to do. So I said, well, you do that this month and I'll do the multimedia, and then we'll swap. So first up, we'll get the sticks out. So we'll give them a bit of a mix around and see what we've got in here. And hopefully we won't have anything that we had last time. If we do have something that's Brayer, well, you would not believe it. I've got everything ready to play with I bought a new gel plate, so I've got Brayers there. So what I might do is just perhaps pop a base coat on. And because I really don't want to have anything too in your face yet, I will put down, oh dear, my clear texture gesso, and that'll just cover the base. So that was a good one, wasn't it? Now, I don't know if this is the right thing to do or not, but the other day I was cleaning my Brayers, excuse me, and that one's not, actually it's better than what it was. I put the wet ones on it to keep it, to try and get some of the gunk that was on it, because I tell you what, they were in a bad state. So we might go for the tiny one. I've got a little one there, we'll use that one. And we'll pop some of this. Now this is just Montmartre. I don't know how you say that. So we'll just pop some of this down. And I might actually just, no, I was gonna put my clear plastic sheet underneath, but it's going to, there's going to be too much glare. There'll be a bit of glare with this white as it is. Now that, as you can see, that Brayer is not quite clean, so you can see the little bits of black on it, but there we go. We'll work with it. I'll just put a little bit more down there, and then we'll see what the next step is. Stick reveals, and whether or not I need to dry this before I add the next one on. May not have to. I'll just put a bit over here to get the edges. So yeah, so I've really enjoyed doing these, absolutely loved it, but I can't wait to see what Susanna is going to do. I think she'll have some, hopefully she'll have some really good stuff for us, and I'm quite convinced that she will. I'll just get rid of that little bit of gunk from around the edge, and we'll go on. Oh God, and I run out of my wet ones. I'll just get some. I'm back, sorry about that. I want to try and keep these clean. I'm sick of going to work with them and they're all dirty again, so we'll keep. And I've bought a jelly press, so I want to experiment there. And I've also today been a naughty girl and bought some alcohol inks, so it could be interesting. So we'll pop that up on the shelf, and we'll get to the next step. Oh gosh, I just popped that back in, didn't I? So I better write down. I tell you what, I'm off with the fairies today. I've did the cat litter, and I said to Puss, there you go, love, there's your litter all nice and clean. And Peter came in and he said, are you going to put any crystals in there? Yep. well, that one popped up. Use 3 shades of one colour. Now, do you know what? I'm going to use the Brayer again. And keep that one out this time. Let me get some ink, just a minute. Okay, so I've got some blue distress paint, and this is some Salty Ocean. And what I thought I'd do is put some of that on my, I've got my glass mat here to my right. Sorry you won't see it, but I'll just pop that down there. And then I'm going to add some white to it as I brayer. So I've got my, if I can open it up, yes I can, wow. So this is actually drying now, so it's nearly dry. I've got my white gesso, and I'm just going to pop some of that down. Let's get the lid off. It's gone in. Look, I think we might, well, you lose a bit of that paint, but we'll put that onto the mat, and I might just ditch that. Yuck. Okay, there's some of you out there saying, oh, you could do this with that or that with that. So I've got some white there, and I'll put just another little bit of white. So I'm going to add the blue as I go down the page, up the page actually, whichever. I'm going to have the dark at the bottom and then go up. So I'll just wrap that up and ditch it. Okay, so where's my brayer now? Okay, so you can see there, oh, I got it right at the right. I'm going to just bring it down. This new phone, ugh. I mean, it's good, but so what, I'm just putting some ink on my brayer, and then I'm just going to run it across the bottom there. This will be practice for my gel plate. Okay, so the next one I'm going to put some on my paint. So I've got some, you can see it's all globby there. I don't, like I said, I've got no idea if this is the right way to do it, but this is how Janette's doing. So there we go, we've got that, and that's going, so it's doing the 3 shades, so that's fine. Oh my God, why is it all lifting up? Because I haven't got it stuck to the table, that's why it is. So there we go, and then the last one I'm going to add a lot of white. This Brayer is one that I got from the op shop, so it's a little bit of a trial and error as to whether it works, but that's okay. It's rolling. And there I've got, get my coffee out of the way, there I've got my 3 shades of blue. And I've got a lot of paint over here to use up for something else. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to have to let that dry, so we will be back in a little bit. Okay, so now we're on to the next one. So that's all dried off nicely, and I've made 2 pages with the ink that was left over, so I'll see what I can do with that. What's this one? Use ink pads. Okay. Now, does that mean that we stamp something onto there, or does it mean that we just... So we could stamp, we could use the ink pads to go around the edges. I might save that one, so I'll put that up the top. We'll wait and see what happens with the rest of it. So feel free to do that. If there's something that you're stuck on and you're not sure what you want to do, yeah, just come back to it. Use coloured pencils, so inks and coloured pencils, ink pads, coloured pencils. Okay, well, we've got the, just let me have a think, I'll be back. Okay, back again. I've got a stamp pad that I've had, I really don't know where did I get it? Let's see if it's, no, I have a feeling it's a KaiserCraft, but don't quote me. Ship on the Horizon. So this is a bit different to what I normally do, but hey, let's, and then a plane in the sky. Let me just see. Let's, oh, there's a couple of clouds too. Let's put a couple of clouds around the place. Okay, right, where's my blocks? Oh dear. Okay, will that one fit on there? Ooh, just. Okay, now if I do them in dark blue, hey? Oh. So we'll stick to the blue theme. So if I do that, and the worst case scenario, as we all know, is that you'll never see this, and I'll have to start again. So we'll do that one as though it's out there on the briny. First time I've used these. Yeah, they are KaiserCraft. I just remembered I got them from my girlfriend when she was selling KaiserCraft gear. And yep, so whether they're still around or not, I really don't know. Let's get this little one. Now I might have to clean there because a bit of the paint came up as I was pulling it off. There we go. Let's just go around the edge. There we go. Now, where's the pencils coming in? Where are they coming in? What I thought, we've got to do those clouds too, don't we? And I've got some, where are you? Come out, wherever you are. Nope. Oh, there we go. It's stays on opaque. So this is using my ink. So I've used the blue ink and a navy blue, and now I'm using the opaque white. I don't know if you heard that, opaque white. Okay, so we'll just put a couple of little white fluffy clouds around. That's useless. It's not gonna, you're not gonna see it. No. Well, let's put kibosh to that one. Let's get the craft white out. See if that works. If not, we will do something different. This is Whisper White from Stamping Up. I used to be a Stamping Up consultant, so I've got quite a few, but I've got to use them, don't I? Oh, that's better. So we can just put a few little clouds up in the... Yep, you're still there. Up in the sky. And I might just put one over this side. So it's a bit weird, isn't it? The challenge today, it's a bit different, very different. But not to worry. It's my last one. You won't have to put up with me again. There we go. So let's just put that one underneath it a little bit, and just to make a few of them. Now, the coloured pencils. And what I thought, I've got, these are my kids' Derwents that I bought them years ago. And when they left home, I decided they weren't taking them with them. Not purposely, but this one's not Derwent. This is Cumberland. They're both, oh yeah, Cumberland, yeah. God, anyway, so I thought, let's see if it does work. I don't know if it's going to work on that. It's dry, so it should be. Yeah, it's gonna. And I think they're all the same because I got them. Both a set each. Must have got one from somewhere else there, so we'll do. So, we'll just, you know, sort of blend around inside the cloud just to make it look like a cloud. Those black streaks across are even looking okay from the Brayer when it went a bit crazy grey. There we go. Fluff it out a little bit on the edges. You watch, I'll have to cover it all up in a minute with, if I pick something out and it'll say cover it with black or cover it all with something else and all that work. Some of that acrylic paint's just getting on the tip there. Planted some seeds today, or got them in the little pots ready to go out in the garden. So I've got some popping corn. My son, we get seeds from a company in Victoria, I think it is, and Heritage Seeds, all sorts of lovely plants that haven't been around for a long while, and flowers and veggies, and so I decided that I'd plant some today, and like I said, Simon started it off getting them. Let's just put a bit more white there. And so it's called popping corn. It's not going to work, but that's all right. Yeah, so it's purple, and the pods are only about that long, the little corn cobs, and you take the seeds off and bung them in a microwave, and they pop and they come out white. So it's fabulous for the kids to watch happen. And he and Sarah did it together. And then, so next year, little Greta will be able to watch the corn popping. So I've popped some in our garden to have a play with them. And he gave Joanne a cob as well. So we'll see who makes the best popping corn this year. Right, so I've used my ink pads, and I've used the coloured pencils. So we're going all right so far. So far, so good. Let's get to the next one. And we could be here all week. what's this one say? Fling Paint. Fling Paint. What? Fling Paint. Let's leave that one. Yeah. We'll work on that one. I'm sort of thinking flinging little bits with perhaps a toothbrush to make it look a bit, use a stencil, to make it look a little bit rainy. But we'll see. I'll just pause and get my stencil. Okay, so I'm back. I found a stencil that's got dots, and that could be bubbles, and then I found my actual bubble one. This is a Studio Calico Huey's Masks Bubble Mask. I've had it for so long I wouldn't even contemplate telling you where I've got it from, so where I've bought it. So we might use that one, and it sort of comes out. I don't think you can see. Let's just take it out of the plastic a bit. I think you can see a little bit there. So thought that might be fun. And then I found the stamps, the cloud, and I thought perhaps we might just see if we can enhance those clouds up there a little bit better. Some of them weren't quite as good as I thought they might be. So, stencils. And what I'll use is the Whisper White ink. Sorry. Oh dear me, dear me, dear me. Okay, so let's just do a couple of clouds first, and that one there is very similar to this, so I'm just going to cover it over a bit. And this is a pom-pom, and I'm just going to dab a little bit of that on there, just to bring it up a little bit. Yep, that's worked better. Let's just sport it up a little bit. I might just, yeah. Let's just, I think I'll wipe off in between so I don't get any over the rest of the page. That's a little one up there. Like him that way. Yeah, these little pom-poms, I had them and I thought, what am I going to do with them other than, you know, stick them on. Yeah, that's better. On some, you know, jumpers or whatever I knit. And I decided to give it a try one day, and it really works well. And it's sort of, it's got a bit of a spotty, yeah, I like the texture. I think I need to stand up. This new setup is a bit weird. Suits the place, doesn't it? There we go. I need to do a bit over that one, just to give it a bit of, to be the same as all the others. That one went a little bit wonky there, so we'll, okay. And let's just pop a little one on the horizon. I like that a bit better. Okay, there we go. That's cool. You can go in the tub. You can, where's my... Now, for the bubbles. I think I'll use this little one, and we'll just put a few little bubbles on each corner. I might just this time see what happens when I use my wet one, and it just makes them a little bit watery. Yeah, and you can just see, I hope, yeah, you can just see there's a little bit of the dribble around the edge of there that has made it look, you know how bubbles, when they have that little bit of a what is it called? It makes it look as though when you pull it down, like, you know, like that, it peels or puddles, and it just makes the bubble look as though it's floating a little bit. Yep, that'll do. That's fine. We don't want to be here all week, do we? So that's just a few little bubbles with the stencils, and I did the clouds with the stencils, so that's done. I do like this little bubble one. I've got a beautiful stamp that's bubbles that I got from I don't know if it was a Stamping Up or a Kazaz, one or the t'other, and really looks nice. Okay, now I'm just going to do as well with, here's my little, again with the, make sure I'm in, with the ink pad, I'm just going to pick up a bit of that, and I'm just going to go, oh God, look what it's done. Oh, that's all right. Just to make it look as though the ship's moving along. So that's still using the ink pad. Okay, now I'm just going to go and dry this all off, get that blue off my white, and I'll be back. Okay, back again. Let's see what we can do this time. I hate to think. Use Geli Print. I've got my Geli Print here, but I haven't used it yet, and I'm not confident, so I'm not going to. So that's one that I'm going to use. Say I don't want to do it, and I will swap it for something else. Let's hope it's something that I can use. Use white tissue paper. And I've got that. I'll just have to stop and get it. Okay, so we've got some white tissue paper. Now, what to do with it? Perhaps we could add some texture around there. Let's see. If I use a strip, oh golly, you'll be glad to see the end of me, won't you guys? And if I just scrunch it along, you will be glad to have Susanna do your challenges. And what I thought, we might just use the art glitter glue that I left open all night. Let's see. There we go. Let's see how that goes. It's a different effect, isn't it? It does look a little bit, that'll do anyway. Look, a bit of glue there. Perhaps we can scrunch up in some of the corners here a little bit and scratch across the bottom to make it look like those bubbles are joining up somehow. I'm going to do that. A bit different. And it's I'm just winging it. I'm just doing what I think, what comes to my head. And you know, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But this is what multimedia is about, I think. Just playing, having fun, and here we go. But I probably need something across here because, you know, you've got to work in threes. It's probably not the when I bought this tissue paper, I didn't realise that there was 100 sheets. I should have read it properly. 100 sheets of, and it's probably A2 or something like that. It's huge. That's good for wrapping up when I send the journals off and things like that. There we go. And there's some tissue paper popped down. So that was in place of our Geli Print. I'll put that on the bottom of it so that I'll know to pop it in there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 3 more. See what we can muck around with in the last bit. Cover it all up with blue paint or something, black paint. There is one there that says cover your page with black paint. Dots. Use anything to put dots on the page. Oh my lord. Okay. Dots. Dots, dots, dots. Well, I've got a whole load of stuff in here. This is just household bits and pieces that I've come across. This is the top of one of my brushes that I have to clean the dishes with. That top of that might look, that's a dot. Why would you put big dots like that? Oh well. Oh, there's a little these I kept off the back of, you know, the plastic binders. I just thought that might have some fun texture in it. Oh gosh. Perhaps I can leave that one till the last. What do you reckon? I think so. Dots. Leave you till last. I'll pop you out. We'll think on it. So, dots. See, my brain's not working. This new medication, I'll tell you what. We'll see. Washi tape. Now, I've actually got all my washi tapes over here now, next to me. And what I've done is put them into, no, that one, no, that one. I've got all my vintage one, I've put all in a container. Oh, I see something. Jellyfish. Jellyfish, jellyfish. That looks like it might be the only reindeers. What's this one? Oh, bunny rabbits. Right. Have I got any here? These I got in swaps. That's the jellyfish one that I've just got. Perhaps I'll use that first. I'll just rip her off. Unicorns, little girls, hearts. No. Mickey Mouse, stamps. Oh, didn't I have that one? That goes in the other one. Okay. What's in there? That's vintage too. Okay. Let's see what we can do with these two. Two. We won't use that one, we'll use here. So this is the... Okay. We'll put some jellyfish around the place, hey? Something different. The kids will love it anyway. It's very sticky. I'm just wondering whether I need any glue down it, but I'm just going to rip around at the edges a little bit. Just to jagger them up a bit. Cute. I'll pop some down here in this, in the bubbles. There's a green one over the other side. They are a bit cute, aren't they? They are exactly the same. So I think I got this one from Auntie Vera. I reckon that's where that one came from, because I know I got some cute little ones as a from her. It's all out of proportion. There's nothing at all that looks remotely like it should be there. But we won't use that green one again. I must get these out. Some of my washi tapes that weren't sticking properly, I got out, and pop you under there a little bit. I got out and let the kids play with it. Oh, gee, they had some fun. Just sticking on pages, and the tree out the front got some too, I think. They had a lovely time. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? With your kids, grandies. Well, these are in little squares, so you could use them as, if you're doing a seed journal, you could use them as a, on a stamp type thing. That's a cute little one. Let's stick you in there, mate. There we go. And then, whether it's going to work again or not, we'll see. I thought this little one, we can pop those back on there because it's washi after all. Let's stick you to the side. This little one, it looks a little bit, I was about to say it has nothing to do with the sea, but it actually looks a little bit like seaweed. So I'm going to put some little bits. Am I still in screen? Oh, surprise, surprise. Yes, so I just put a few little bits like that up there. And that'll just cute. Make it look as though they're hiding in the seaweed. Seaweed coming out of there. What I do with these especially this one that looks a bit like the kids would like it, I just pop it up in their room. And I've got a room that's decked out for when the grandies come and put something new in there and they, what's this, Nan? What'd you do? And it starts a little bit of a conversation, and then they'll want to come out and do some stuff. And on the Wednesday, they'll be with Poppy all day because I've got to work. Okay, there we go. Oops, something's come out of there. I think that looks all right, doesn't it? Different, beautiful. Okay, next we've got to get on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The last one. Where did I put them? Here. Add paint with cardboard. Oh my lord. Okay. I wonder if right. I've got some cardboard here somewhere. Just here we go. We've got some. Okay, so if I were to, here we go, get some. This is the paint that I had before. And if I just, this may not even work, but let me make sure I'm around the place somewhere. So we'll just do, might be too much like same, but we'll see. If we just put a bit like that, will it look like a bit like waves? Waves rolling in. It's very much like it, isn't it? Bear with me, I'll get a bit of black and we'll colour it up. Okay, so I've got a bit of just, I think it's the bottom of a shopping bag. You know, you get the plastic bits on the bottom to, okay, just to get some of this out. I'm using these because I've had them for so long, and some of them are drying up and going into different shades, and I thought I've got a, and I've just got a little bit of black gesso in here that's been around since the year dot. So we'll use that. And I just want a little bit, I've got way too much on here, but I just want it a bit darker than it was. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. Just so that you can see. See if it will work this time. So just a bit there. Yes, that's it. I think I've gone onto the sky up the top, but that's all right. So it's just a little bit of a, still got to do those dots, don't I? Perhaps Janette might take some poetic, what is it? Poetic license or whatever license, and not do it. Okay, there we go. So that's adding paint with chipboard. Here's my coffee cup. I'm just going to put my paintbrush in there because it'll dry out if I don't, so I can go in and give them all a wash and put them in the dishwasher. Okay, let's just pop that gesso back in there. I don't mind if it's got a bit of blue on it. That won't hurt the black. Now we've got those spots. Let's just see if we can do a couple of spots with that blue. I don't want to, just to just give it a just give it a bit of there we go, rather than not do it. I don't know why it's on there, but it's on there. Okay, so thank you ever so much for joining me on these little multimedia challenges. As I've said, I'm not an artist, but I love playing, and so I was very happy to do this when Nat asked me to do it, and thoroughly enjoyed it. So I'll put all these in the description so that you can play along. The last thing I want to do is something that when I was watercolouring I always did, and that was, can you see? Yep, was add a couple of birds. I don't know why. I always, whether it be a so this is not required if you don't want to, but I just love, and it's just like doing an M, although that one doesn't look like it. There's something about birds. Yeah, so it's just like an M, and then I just put two little feet, and that's just finished it off. And they reckon that you're supposed to sign it, so there you go, I've signed it. Okay, hope you enjoyed it. Loved having you along while I was mucking around, and until we meet again, happy crafting, and bye for now.